Hi, I'm Arne with Plantscaping Blooms, and here we are today. We have planned to make a beautiful arrangement for you. Since we're not doing events, we need something to keep us going. I've been a little bored. So today we're going to make an arrangement for like a wonderful buffet for a normal size dining table. We're using some wonderful product that is seasonal now from both Ohio, and a lot of the stuff is from California, that we get from our importers. I'm using Oasis, which, anyone that uses Oasis, they need to fill up their sink with water, place the Oasis on the water, walk away, and let it naturally absorb. I have taped mine into a little dish so it's secure. The Oasis isn't going to go anywhere, and that's all I need to tell you about that. So I'm going to start, and I always like to start with foliage. It's just the way I do it. Some designers start with the flowers. I start with foliage. This is a wonderful foliage called aganis. It's a wonderful burgundy color. It grows naturally in places like Australia, New Zealand, and of course California. California grows everything. It kind of looks like eucalyptus, but I looked it up. It's actually in the myrtle family. So we're just going to start with this and put some around. You'll see as I get farther that this arrangement is going to be, I'm going to put flowers somewhat more in groups as opposed to like when I get to the roses aren't going to be anywhere. They're going to be concentrated, shall we say. I think that's enough for the aganis for right now. Maybe a little bit more up here. So I think that's enough for that. I'm going to constantly be turning this around. Hopefully that's not too insane for you guys. I'm now adding some Camellia foliage. I like the contrast between the bright dark green and that wonderful burgundy. So I'm going to do little areas of it around here. And then next I'm going to add some Gardenia foliage, which is more of a lush dark green. Sorry that makes so much noise. I love the Gardenia foliage. It's nice and shiny. It looks so clean. I think it's a very elegant foliage. I wish I could get it year round, but we can't. So that kind of makes it more special sometimes. So what I've done is I actually have a start of my shape, my exterior shape, which I'm going to pretty much stay within to a certain extent. I'm not gonna do anything really crazy. I'm going to start with these beautiful Verona light pink hydrangea, which there's such a beautiful shade of pink. I'm gonna stick those in there. They're so pretty. I love hydrangea. I love the whole family of hydrangea and viburnum. I just think they're so special. And it's such a nice light color. I'm going to add some peonies now. These are Mrs. Franklin Delano Roosevelt peonies. A long name, but named after a wonderful woman. And I mean, they couldn't be any more luscious. They're just fantastic. I think one of the other reasons peonies are so special is peonies like these are really only available like now. You really can't get these year round. And when we have them, we love them and we use them as much as we can. Kind of like lilac, which I know I'm not using today, but that's another wonderful flower. So as you can see, I'm putting the peonies in one area. I've got my hydrangea in another area. I've got Next, I've got this wonderful blooming integrifolia foliage, which is just, it's fabulous. It's very beautiful. It would help if I had a sharp knife, wouldn't it? We're gonna do some of this here. Again, this is something that grows in California, Australia, New Zealand, the more Mediterranean style climates. It's got such a nice texture, it's so pretty. Nice and lacy. So again, it's starting to fill up slowly. I've got some of the wonderful Pincushion Protea here. Again, this is such a nice shade. It's so pretty. I think I'm going to put it with the integrifolia. I think it'll tell a little story in itself, because they're, you know, a lot of people consider these tropical just because they're so different looking. Little slice right there. I love the way that they play with each other. I'm now going to use some of these Pink Floyd roses. They did not, the group did not name them. That's just the name that they are, Pink Floyd. Just a wonderful shot of robust color. They're a very nice opening rose as well. You know, we have some beautiful roses that they just don't open great. And what's nice about these is when they open, they stay. So they have a good life. They're great for party work. And again, the color is just, I think, phenomenal. I think I'm going to do 2 areas of these. I'm going to put some over here amongst the peonies, which I think will be nice. It'll pull the eye in a bit. Can't wait to be able to have little gatherings at the house again. We haven't had anything for all year, actually, but with the current state, it's probably going to be a little while more, but it's always fun to come up with something for the table. How lush this is looking. Next, I'm going to use some Ilse peach spray roses. It's such a nice, vivid peach tone. It's a really nice quality spray rose. Even though they're small flowers, they really fill up a space nicely. They fill in the holes, so to speak. Really liking the color combinations in this. So I've got some millet here, which is a really fun greenery. I'm going to place this on this side so it's counteracting the agonis that is going in that other direction, so that it doesn't look so off-putting. It's a fun little greenery, the way it just hangs off the end there. These are a type of papyrus pods. Again, this is something that's fun and unexpected. So we're going to use some of these. I'm redoing this one. I didn't do a very good job of placing it. Much better. I'm going to turn it around and see where I need to add some product. I think I need to fill in some of these areas over here. I'm going to use the green dianthus for that. It'll help to pull the eye in a little bit. It's such a great texture. And it's hard to believe that, not that there's anything wrong with carnations, but the dianthus is the carnation family, and these are in the carnation family. So needless to say, it's probably my favorite carnation. Doing pretty good here. I just have a few more things to add. I've got some of this wonderful twisted garlic, which is just so much fun. It just adds interest to anything. And it's fun, it's whimsical. All the little squiggles. Put some over here too, just because they're so cool. Next, we're going to put some sword fern. It looks like basically Boston fern, but this is sword fern. It's nice and it's very delicate, but the stems are nice and hard. So it's easy to work with, and it adds a nice softer touch to any arrangement that you put it in. It just gives it a nice lightness and almost just more of a natural quality to it. And again, I'm going to do the same thing that I've kind of been doing. It's not going to go everywhere, but I'm probably going to do two little areas of it, just to create some interest. It's nice to be using some of these again. You know, for a while we were doing everything that had a more contemporary spin to it. Now we're getting back more to that wonderful English garden style of arranging, which I personally love. You know, the loose, uncontrolled, the finishing touch. Let me get this floral shrapnel out of the way. Oh, I forgot about these. The brunia baubles. We've got to use those. Again, something else that's fun and unexpected. Again, New Zealand, Australia, California, you know, the wonderful temperate areas. And then I'm going to add some century vine. So this would be wonderful, again, you know, we talked earlier about this being for possibly a buffet table, so you have all of your beautiful platters on the table. Obviously this would be in the center before you arrange your platters, and then these vines can be added, and then they will just meander around your platters. And you can pretty much put them wherever you want. I love using vines. They're just hard to get apart from each other. Nice profound area of this vine coming out in this area. And I can't see the front, but I think this is pretty good. I'm pretty happy with it. So we've got the one side that you can see right now, and then you'll see that when we turn it, the other side is totally different, which is really nice because no matter where you're standing in the dining room, when you look at the floral, you're going to see something different, something new, as opposed to doing all the flowers all over and having it look the same from every vantage point. So that was today's arrangement. Again, I'm Arne with Plantscaping and Blooms, and this was today's fun. So thank you very much.